Hello, it's Spence, the evil genius, with your WordPress tip of the day. Hey guys, today I'm going to do something special. I'm going to inject your brain with some shortcode of confidence. That's right, today I'm going to show you a plugin that's going to change the way you feel about your ability to act as a freelance web designer. Whether you're a beginner or experienced, the Shortcodes Ultimate plugin is going to give you a sense of empowerment because of all the things that it allows you to do. Now, I've never introduced this before, and in general, I'm not a fan of using plugins to implement PHP and CSS changes. That's why we teach you how to do it here manually. In this case, I'm going to make an exception because this plugin is so wonderful, and because it's in the form of a plugin, it does prevent a lot of the things that I've otherwise warned about, including theme lock-in. I'm going to explain that in a second. But first, let me explain what this is. This is available for free in the WordPress repository under Shortcodes Ultimate. What's nice about it is the developer has got all these 5 stars. It's Vladimir Anakin, and he has made this plugin really feature-packed, but it does have the ability to even add on some extensions. So he's smart. I love it as an entrepreneur. I'm going to favorite him here, as a matter of fact. Probably going to be reaching out to him after this video. I'm so impressed with it to see what we can do about offering this directly to our 1WD members and otherwise. Basically, this gives you a really quick menu to drop down and insert any of the key things that you might need for designing. And it works so well because it's responsive and therefore works without any modification inside of the responsive theme. All right, enough talking. I normally don't give this much lead in, but I'm really impressed here. So here is our responsive LabZip child theme demo. And I'm going to go to a page that I've set up called Shortcodes Ultimate. Now, it's nothing here right now. We're going to have to go in the back end and let's install the plugin. So we're going to go, of course, to Plugins, Add New. We're going to type Shortcodes Ultimate. And in this video, I'm actually going to install it. Normally, I say it's already installed. So I click Install. Very simple. That's why I normally don't do this step, is because it's so routine. And after just a second, we can activate the plugin. And when we do, we now have a new menu here. Now here's the first thing I want to show you is before I get into demonstrating it, they've really documented this well. So just off the bat, there's an about page that kind of gives you a lot more things that you can refer to. There's also the settings, which are very simple, and then there's the ability to even add in some overrides for custom CSS, which I really appreciate. This will stick with the plugin on this particular site, but you can always save those and use them on other clients as well. Then there's examples. The examples themselves, again, give you an idea of what kind of things are possible here, and that's where the plugin really shines. Everything from accordions, tabs, column layouts, media elements, unlimited buttons, including animated ones, animations, and then he's given some, I'm going to call these mix-ups, where you can do a couple things together. Just starting even with the buttons though, you click here and it gives you an idea of everything that's available, and even if you don't want to use the dynamic insertion, you can grab something right from here, including examples of what you see on the page. This is one method of using it that's really simple, and also I like kind of exposes you to what the code is going to look like. If you've never used a shortcode before, a shortcode is basically a quick format for inserting PHP or HTML that otherwise would be both complicated and rejected by the WordPress post editor, because it's designed to protect you from your authors doing anything naughty with putting code into the text area. But when you wrap it with the shortcode brackets, that enables certain code to go through just fine. Of course, it's parsed and it's filtered and other things. Now, this is a really neat thing that almost all plugin authors offer because it allows the normal editing squad of your team to go ahead and do things like this. Okay. Now, these examples we're going to use, but there's an even easier way because right within the actual post editor is a new button. If we go to this page we set up and we click Edit Page, you can see that there's now a button here, Insert Shortcode. And he's provided a very handy search feature, so I can look for certain things, or this menu here. And this is fun. So again, if I go to the buttons, you can see that I can set up the buttons with a link wherever I want. The target can be same tab or new. I can choose a whole variety of styles, which are, wonderfully and interesting. Color of the background, text color, size, fluid or not, meaning it will stretch 100% 100% of the width, which is great when you're using responsive. Centered or not, radius around the corners, an icon that you can use from your local media manager or pick it from an icon that's otherwise available. Really, I love this so much, I gotta tell you, because we had a tutorial about using third-party SVG icons and things, and these are already included. So you can have a button now that has a wonderful little icon right in it. Color the icon, text shadow, description, on-click action for JavaScript, a special class. If you want to identify all your buttons with your own unique class, you can address them all and hide them or change them globally with CSS. And then the content, what it says. Now, he's also made a handy button here so you can see a live preview of whatever your options may be. And you can also go back to the last use settings. I'm just amazed. I'm flabbergasted at how wonderfully thoughtful this is. Now, this is what overwhelms me as far as recommending to use this, because normally I say if you use a theme that has all these different shortcodes in it, and we've seen this in Woo themes in the past, you're stuck, because when you develop the theme and you add shortcodes, if somebody wants to change the theme later, their site just breaks. Everything's broken, because the shortcodes only work when the theme's PHP is available. Once you go outside and change the theme, the shortcodes remain, but they don't address anything. When you're using this plugin, on the other hand, the plugin can persist across any theme you're using, and in such case, it's likely that you'll continue to have it upgraded. Based on his business model and everything, I have every confidence in this young man's success. So let's show you an example of a button. I'm going to do something that's cool. I'm going to click this example of use, and I'm going to choose one of these animated buttons. Actually, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to go ahead and let's go right here, animations. And let's get the code of, we got an animated text box. I love that. I could definitely see that. We got animated buttons. So let's just grab the animated buttons example code. Now, if you use this method, it's real simple. You go to your page, and you're going to use the text editor or the text post editor instead of the visual, because that's where you need to be in order to post any kind of code. So let's update this, and then actually let's open up this window here to view the page result. And look at that. I mean, it's just beautiful. This is the kind of thing that, it's not that it's so complicated, it's just that you'd have to gather up either the CSS or the JavaScript and whatnot in order to make it happen. And now it's all accessible. These other ones are really attractive as well because you can add multiple things together. So for example, if we go back over to the animations, let's see what happens when I type in animation, and there it is. Let's go back. I like that one text box. I can see me using this on some of our quick tips. So I'm going to grab the code for this. And again, there's a lot of examples with different fade-ins and different delays, but now I'm just going to add that to what I had before. And I'm going to update it. And if you're using this for your own site, you just change the text. This is in plain view. You can actually switch over and do it this way too. Once it's inserted, you can actually do it this way. In fact, I may want to rescind what I said. I think in this case you could probably use these shortcodes the way they're written inside the visual editor as well. And again, you can see what text needs to be changed. So let's reload the results page. Let's see what we've got. So we got nice bouncing and fade in and drop down and so on and so forth. Really, really cool. All right, there's too many other examples to list, but let me point out some other things that are available. You've also included this great cheat sheet, which gives you some of the shortcode attributes in case you just want to see them written out. Very handy for those of you who are more advanced, and I like this myself. I don't need to mess around with all the drop-down stuff. I can just really quickly go to this sheet and see everything that I need, without much ado. And he's made it also convenient that it has this selectable area. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I do encourage you to check out the add-ons area, and most of the time I say don't do it. Here I say do it. There's a lot of reasons why. This is a great monetization method for the plugin author, and if you love this particular plugin as much as I do already, I think this is a great way to get what you want and also to get kind of the insurance that he's going to have a reason to stick around a long time, maybe do more great things with this plugin. There are skins available. There's a custom shortcode maker or factory where you can create your own shortcodes. You can get some additional new shortcodes that are sort of on top of what's already here. And then this great bundle where you can get all three for a special price. And it's very economical. I think he's charging $40 for the bundle, $15 for shortcode, add-ons 25. I won't go into those details. You can check it out, but it's gndev.info, Shortcodes Ultimate. And I just absolutely want you guys to check this out. This is one of these rare quick tips where I'm gushing. I'm like a schoolgirl in love here. So I'm going to reach out to Vladimir and see if he wants to do maybe something special with us here at the lab. But in the meantime, grab it for free from the WordPress repository. And just remember, if you do use this on a client site, you can always keep your copy that's working. So you can make your mod, save it, and if the client ever needs to change the theme, the Shortcodes Ultimate plugin can still stay in place and thereby protect you and the client from any of those updates. This is Spence, the evil genius. I'll see you next time.